it's me, Miss Angelique Gonzalez, and welcome back to another fun video! This week, we will be going over author's purpose. But don't let these words scare you. Just listen and watch me break it down for you. Let's use the book that we will be reading today, Corduroy, written by Don Freeman. Don Freeman is the author of the book. So, what does that mean? Well, that means Don Freeman wrote the book Corduroy. Can you answer this? What does author mean? The author is someone who writes the book. How about this one? Who is the author of the book Corduroy? Don Freeman is the author. Now let's put it all together. Author's purpose means that there is a reason why the author has written the book, and that there is a goal when he or she is writing the book. Author's purpose has 3 types of purpose, and it's as easy as pie. The first slice is the P, which stands for persuade. This is when the author is trying to get you to believe or do something. Some examples are advertisements, commercials, and newspapers. The second slice is the I slice, which stands for inform. This is when the author is trying to teach you something. Some examples are like textbooks, cookbooks, and dictionaries. The next slice is the E slice. This stands for entertain. This is when the author is trying to make you enjoy the story. Some examples of entertain are like fiction books, plays and movies, and comic strips. We will be looking for author's purpose in the book Corduroy, written by Don Freeman. Wait! Let's remember that Don Freeman is the author of Corduroy, and we are trying to figure out his reason or goal for writing it. This means that we are looking to see if he is persuading us, if he is informing us, or if he's entertaining us. Now let's have some fun while we listen and read along.
Corduroy. Story and pictures by Don Freeman. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. "Could this be a mountain?" he wondered. "I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain." He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button!" he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lucy answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs, into her family's apartment, and straight into her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug.
It's activity time! Now, linked down below is an activity sheet that looks just like this. Print it out or work from your computer, whichever works for you. For the first part, you are going to color in what the author's reason is for writing Corduroy, or what you feel is the reason. Is it to persuade us? Remember, that means when the author is trying to get you to believe or do something. Is it to inform us? That means when the author is trying to teach us something. Or was it to entertain us? That means when the author is trying to make you enjoy the story. What did he do for you when reading Corduroy? The second part is to draw your favorite scene from Corduroy and tell me a little bit about it. And if you're up for it, you could even send in your own video just like this and explain to me why you chose what you chose. Did you choose that Don Freeman persuaded us? Did you choose that Don Freeman informed us? Or did you choose that Don Freeman entertained us? I hope you had fun learning with me today, and I hope to see you all soon.